Okay, I gotta put y'all in my business again. Y'all know I keep y'all in my business anyway. But I just received, this is funny. Before I get started, hit the notification bell and go ahead and hit the like button. Come on now, y'all know y'all do your boy right now. But anyway, this afternoon I was actually on my way to the gym. And I got interrupted, and I ended up not making it to the gym because I realized I had more work to do. Now, I actually reached and I found this document. In my mailbox. It is a notice. I'm trying to put the little, show it to y'all, little something. Anyway, bottom line, it's a notice. It's called the notice of transfer. Yeah, notice of case transfer. Now, y'all know that I left my hometown here in Georgia. I left my hometown and I moved, further north. And in my previous petition for writ of habeas corpus, I actually placed in there my address, so that my son's mom would know exactly where I am. So basically, it's to kind of show I'm trying to be peaceful about the situation, so she can dismantle any presumption that she's trying to create some image for the court to speak about as if she don't know where my son gonna be at. She all concerned. She using that as her reason why she's keeping him restricted from me all these years. And like she don't know where he's gonna be, his safety and all. They always do that shit to the fathers, make it like we some evil people. But bottom line is, I put my address on there, the actual house, where I'm living at. Now, and recently my court case, it been sitting there and I've been waiting on an answer, as far as like the writ of habeas corpus. I've been waiting on the writ to be granted. Then I get this here. That was back in June. I think it was like in June. And here we are in September, the middle of, close to the end of September, pretty much. Yeah, so that's 3 months ago down there. And so I received this notice of transfer. Now, it's not the same court case. It's a totally different, there's no letters nowhere in. It's a totally different court case number. And it speaks on here, basically talking about, it's from Division of Child Support Services. So, and at the top of the document, it has Georgia Department of Human Services. So there's two different entities right there. And it has the commissioner's name written, the commissioner for the Georgia Department of Human Services written right in the upper right-hand part. And it has the person, I guess the caseworker for the Division of Child Support Services. They have her name written under here. You basically saying it's a transfer. It says your case has transferred. It says was transferred to and accepted by this office. And say if you need information on your case, contact and gave the 800 number. The 877 number is what it was, and they pretty much gave the the mailing address, the address of where the DCSS is located here in my state, in my city. And attached to that says Michael, you may have, put Michael in all caps. Say you have say in the child support in the child support process. It says Georgia Division of Child Support Services, DCSS, received an application for child support, and you are named as the parent of Michael Jace Roseman. That's my son's name. And say this appointment. Notice they use the word application, and notice they also use the word appointment. Okay, say this appointment is your opportunity to discuss this in private, and we will answer your questions about the child support process. If you are the parent, you will say we will also discuss the amount of your child support order, during this appointment. And they say notice that's appointment. So basically, letting you know it's an appointment. Who appointed you? You know what I'm saying? Number two, I've been telling y'all about the Federal Reserve Act. Y'all know what happens with those applications, right? They get turned into the Federal Reserve and they monetize them. Okay, so you gotta address shit like that. I address shit like now that I know about what they do with the applications. I never gave information. I never gave consent for any of my estate information to be on no application at all. And so that's what I have to call them out on. when you call them out on that, of course, of course I already responded to the shit. It's ready to get notarized and sent back and sent to them. So bottom line is, so I'm responding. I responded tonight, so all I gotta do is go to UPS and go get all my notarizations and stuff done. And first thing I did was give them a revocation so I can revoke any power of attorney they may presume to have. So that's how they operate in the first place. They don't get to use your information if you revoke their power of attorney. Keep in mind, I told you about the springing power of attorney. The power of attorney that kicks in when you're born. And after 4 years here in Georgia, you're presumed dead, incompetent. The word incapacitation, they use that term off the rip. You know, it refers to you either presumed dead or you're just missing. You know, that's the word missing, or absentee. In some states they use that word. Bottom line is they don't have any proof that you're actually still around, that you're alive. So they operate, they administer your estate on your behalf. And that's exactly how that works. You have to revoke that shit. If you don't revoke it, they're gonna operate on your behalf. That's what makes them feel like they have authority to do what the fuck they want, because you don't respond to a notice. When you don't respond to any type of court order, you know, some type of anything that they're doing in reference to your name, they're administering your estate without your consent, and you never revoked any power of attorney. So first thing I do is put together a revocation of power of attorney. Keep in mind, the presumption of death is one of the presumptions that Pop said that's the main presumption that operates in court, operates in law. All our bills, all the card notes, gas, water, light, everything, all these applications that ever been applied for using your estate information, they're operating under as attorney in fact to administer your estate on your behalf. So you have to be willing to check this type of shit. And so you can't be, once you learn this type, once you understand where their power comes from, you won't be nervous about this stuff. It don't make you scared about it or nothing. You just put the work in. Now they're telling me and say, they put it in boxes right here. Let's see what did they say. Okay, their last part, they say, to protect your rights, the law requires that we work with you to confirm that you are the legal parent. Those that use the word parent. The children, the parent of the children or the child listed above. Say paternity test is available if you meet the criteria established by Georgia law. And then in this little box, they have a little time, like the attend the appointment schedule on, which is the 5th of next month at 10 o'clock in the morning. And they tell you to bring the check stubs and the, tax return, any other child support orders, social security payments to your child, photo ID, the same shit y'all be giving that locks y'all in. You don't give none of that shit. They tried that last time when I beat the child support case. I don't give none of that shit, because why is it in a box anyway? Why is that in a box? Okay, all that is what they're saying to bring. Why is it in a box, in a little shady box? I'm not gonna make no presumptions about what it means, because I haven't really looked it up. And people talking about the 4-corner rule. When you look up the 4-corner rule, is not what the fuck that means. Look up the 4-corner rule. That is not what this means. So bottom line is, I know this is in a box. It's isolated from what everything else is they're saying, but they're still using legalese. Okay, they're still using legalese. And if I'm operating as in statutory jurisdiction with names in all capitalized letters, then they'll operate. They'll try these things, but when they're talking about dealing with some things privately, now they have the opportunity to deal with the living man. Keep in mind, a living man and woman operate privately anyway. Commercial is when you go to using the straw man. That's when you go to using the estate. But when you're dealing with things privately, that's where you're actually operating as a living. That's why you ain't supposed to be running from nobody trying to serve you something. You got a chance to operate as a living man privately. You don't run from shit. I'm gonna show y'all something. Matthew 5:25 right here. I don't want to read King James because y'all know we don't talk like that. So I'm gonna use Berean. Let's use I like to use the one that uses settlement. Let me see what we're talking about. Let me see which one. Come to terms, reconcile, be at agreement, agreeing, NIV. Let's see what it's going to say. Settle matters quickly. There we go. Okay? Matthew 5:25, settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. So you got to understand what the Bible is really saying. That's what living men do. You settle matters quickly with your adversary. Your adversary is someone who's accusing you of something. Matter of fact, it says that later on in the thing. It says it calls it in one of these versions. It says it calls them a plaintiff. Say do it while you are still together on the way, or your adversary may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. Not necessarily mean you're gonna go to prison, but you get the point. Look right here where it says here it is. This one right here. Say be allied. Be allied with your plaintiff quickly while you are with him in the streets. Say lest the plaintiff delivers you to the judge and the judge deliver you to the tax collector. See how they're using different words? And you fall into prison. Right here, whereas you see where they use plaintiff, the word plaintiff. And where is it when it says this one here use the word adversary? Let's see what right here says your opponent at law. Say come to terms quickly at the earliest opportunity with your opponent at law while you are with him on the way to court, so that your opponent does not hand you over to the judge and the judge to the guard, and you are thrown into prison. So I bring that up pretty much. This is how the living men and women are supposed to operate. Scriptures, but there's a lot of wisdom in the Bible. You have to understand what it means and what it's saying, and how to apply it. Somebody's this is someone trying to accuse me. It's an accuser. If I go to court, they're going to be the plaintiff. That entity is going to be the plaintiff, and my estate is going to be the defendant. Okay, then I'm gonna have to defend it all over again. But if I'm able to shut it down before it even gets started, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, shut it down before it gets started. I know y'all wondering, like, if I'm out, what if it's already started? You can still shut it down because all you gotta do is rebut the presumption of death. You just gotta do it properly. I want to give shout out to this guy that called me today. I'm gonna call him D. I don't like doing third party hearsay testimonies. I wanted him to record the conversation with me, but he actually went there and revoked the power of attorney when it came to a custody case he was dealing with today. I can only just say what he did, and I'm not going, because I wanted to record the conversation and post it, or just kind of so y'all can actually hear him say what happened in court today. And he rebutted basically. He actually did his verbally. The revocation of power of attorney. He called the judge out on them. The judge and he actually had an attorney, which was kind of surprising to me. He had an attorney, and he was communicating with his attorney about revoking power of attorney and say, where did I give you power of attorney to administer my estate? He was making it clear that he wasn't trying to be. He was a friend of the court. He wasn't trying to be someone that exposed the court. He did it he made that be known in his conversation with the attorney. And they end up going in the judge's chamber and shut the case down, and he ended up getting his child. Because it was a custody case. It wasn't a child support case at all. He said it was custody, and they had a guardian ad litem involved in the situation. And in open court, the judge shut the guardian ad litem out, shut them down and everything, and granted him his child back. We say he went to daycare and picked his kid up. So I was excited, walking laps back and forth, excited, talking to him on the phone. And he was just kind of giving props talking about the power of attorney topic. And I know how powerful the power of attorney is because I read the law about what it says. It's not about what other people say. This ain't EmRôs. This is what the laws say about it. You got to read that shit and apply it. And you got to do it with courage. And I give him props because the way he stood on his square, and he had no fear in walking. He was like, he feel like he got nothing to lose. Go for it. And he stood on his square, and he was courageous about it. If you ain't courageous about it, you gonna get railroaded. But he stood on it. He knew what the law said, and he knew what he was talking about. And he got exactly what he was supposed to get. So anyway, I done tore up my damn stand. I was supposed to be holding my damn cell phone up. I guess I gotta buy another one. But anyway, I just thought I'd give y'all a little update. Baby mama decided to try it again on old EmRôs. So on the difference, I'm in a different county. So the other case in my previous county with my hometown, it got shut down. So I don't know what make her think that she go to another county. Maybe probably because she can't afford an attorney and she figured a social worker would do the work for her. But it's showtime. So I just see y'all in the next video, and I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem suing somebody about it. So it's nothing to me. So, but anyway, go ahead, y'all go ahead and hit like and subscribe, like I said earlier today and early in the video. And we will see y'all in the next video. I got stuff to do, and I'll keep y'all posted on that. EmRôs signing out.